Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are testing some more drugstore makeup. It pretty much is going to be me testing out a bunch of Revolution's new makeup. I don't think I haven't got like enough for a full face, but I've got a lot of base products. So I've got their new foundation, new concealer, new powder. I've got the primer as well, the Star Primer. I've got a couple of I Heart eyeshadow palettes. I've got the new glitter eye things. I've got quite a few new bits from Revolution, which I thought would be enough to kind of combine into one video. I did already test the baking powders, the blot and bake powders, and what else? Their other primers. They had like 4 primers which they released quite a few weeks ago. I tested that in a different video, but I thought that I would kind of put more into this video because I've got more stuff now. This video is not sponsored. They don't know I'm making this video, but I was very kindly sent the stuff because you guys know by now if you watch my videos. I also do videos on Revolution's channel and do some Instagram posts for them and stuff. So I have like the majority of their products, but I'm gonna give you guys my thoughts and opinions on these and let's see how they work. I'm gonna start off by moisturizing my face because I've got nothing on my skin right now. I'm using the Hydration Boost Lightweight Hydrating Gel Cream, which is by Revolution. I've been loving this stuff recently. It's quite a lightweight moisturizer, but it still feels really moisturizing. But it's not like, it doesn't feel oily feeling at all, which I think is why I quite like it. It's quite like a thin moisturizer and it soaks in really quick as well. Then for primer, they have just come out with 2 new ones. They've got one which is the Onyx Primer, which is like a black gel liquid. And then they've also got this one which is the Star Primer, which is their water gel primer. I tested the black drippy one on Revolution's channel and it's kind of just like a moisturizing, hydrating primer, but I haven't tried this one, which is the Star Primer, so I thought I'd try this today. So this just says it's a soft focus primer hydrating water gel formula for a restored and perfected complexion, and it says it has aniseed extract. The other day when I got this, I kind of pumped some onto my hand and I was like, it really smells like something familiar. If any of you have used Bonjela, which is what you put on mouth ulcers, it smells like this, which I mean is definitely interesting, but I guess it's how it performs on the skin. Oh, it's kind of tingling. It kind of feels really similar to the moisturizer that I just put on my face. Like it doesn't feel super greasy, it just kind of feels like a gel-based moisturizer, which I guess is what the actual moisturizer that I used was like. Okay, so I've then got their new matte base foundation, and if I just get the information up, yeah, there's 24 shades, it's £5, and it's basically a matte full coverage foundation. It says it offers a mattifying solution for oily, blemish-prone complexions, long-wearing, lightweight, and diffuses the appearance of pores for a blurred, airbrush-like finish. That is a lot of claims. The shades that I kind of have got that are most likely going to work on my skin, I'm going to like swatch these just because I don't know which one's going to work. For ages, I wore F1 in the Conceal and Define foundation. Then I was wearing F2, and then I tried F3, and then F3 was actually pretty good for me. But then they released 2.5, which is kind of like my perfect shade, but they don't have that in this one. So I'm going to swatch the shades between 0.5 and F4, and the time is actually like 5:30 in the evening. However, I'm probably most likely going to be up till midnight, so I'm hoping I can get like 7 hours wear out of this, maybe at least 6. But I will continue to test it and kind of like let you guys know in future videos or on my Insta stories like what it's like. I can't get this thing off. My hands are all slippery. I'll be back in like 10 minutes once I've unpackaged all of these. So we have 0.5, 1, 2, 3 and 4. I think 3 and 4 are a bit more peachy and 1 and 2 are a bit more like neutral. I think I'm still gonna go for F2, which is this one. The only thing about squeezy tube foundations is I never really know how much to put on. Is that enough? I think that's kind of equivalent. Actually no, I'm gonna need a bit more than that. I think that's kind of equivalent to 1 pump. And then I'm just using my beauty blender to blend this in. Okay, coverage is decent. So far it's blending nicely. I think, like, I'd say it's more of a medium coverage, but I am going to add a little bit more and see if I can build it because I didn't really know if I'd put enough on. But I mean, it's definitely got a matte finish, which I like. It's actually looking really nice. I was kind of concerned that it might look a bit cakey and like thick, but it definitely still looks like pretty skin-like, but you can still see like some of my blemishes through it. So I'm just gonna go back in with a tiny bit more. I think F2 is a pretty good colour match for me. I'm going to do my new trick of kind of removing the majority of the product from my smile lines. It just sucks that I've got a spot in my smile line. And then I'm just going to lightly just go back over it, but with far less product, just with what's left on my beauty blender. Okay, so far that looks really nice. Wait, let me just give you a close-up. So this is what the foundation looks like after having just applied it. As you can see, it's kind of like a semi-matte finish. You can still see like a tiny bit of shine coming through. But it's kind of, yeah, like a semi-matte. You can still see a little bit of redness and like blemishes through it, but I mean, I think it looks really nice on my skin. Like, it doesn't look too cakey. They've then come out with these new concealers, which I'm not too sure what I'm going to think about these. They're called the Matte Base Concealers, and I think these come in 19 different shades and they're £3 each. But I'm going to go in with the concealer shades in C1 and C2, and then I might also use these for contour as well. Oh crap, they're also wrapped up in plastic. ASMR. So, oh, in the foundation you got 28 ml of product. In these concealers you get 8 grams, and when they are fully twisted up, they look like this. So you don't get too much product in them, but let me just give them a little swatch. Okay, so it's quite creamy. I don't know, I'm just a bit scared to put like a stick concealer under my eyes because they're normally quite cakey. But let's just go in anyway with C1. And then I'm taking my beauty blender to blend these in. Okay, so it is blending. It's blending better than I thought it would. However, I think I'm just more of a fan of liquid concealers. It looks quite nice though, like it definitely has brightened my under eyes, but I don't know, I'm just not a big fan of stick concealers, especially under my eyes, because I feel like they can look a little bit cakey. I mean, it's quite nice. The concealer is definitely like matte, but I do think I prefer the Conceal and Define concealers. I'm then just going to take C2, drop my beauty blender. Oh, it's just landed in a bunch of dust from my floor. It looks a little bit dry on my blemishes where I've been kind of using spot treatments on them and stuff. Let's use a little bit on my nose, but I'm kind of scared. Okay, so just on first impressions, the concealer is not my fave. I definitely prefer the Conceal and Define concealer, but I am going to use one of these for a bit of cream contour, because why not? I'm going to go for C10. And I'm just using a buffing brush for this. Oh, okay, that blended really quickly. Okay, so the concealer definitely blends really nicely into the foundation if you wanted to use it as a kind of cream contour, which I don't do too often, but I thought I just would for the purpose of this video. I mean, that was very easy. They've also launched tons of shades of these new powders as well. They basically just launched loads of different base products. They are called the Matte Base Powders. I'm going to use P1. I'm kind of hoping these have a bit of coverage. Ooh, they look like they might. Okay, I'm just going to use this to set my entire face pretty much. I think it is adding a tiny bit of extra coverage, you know. But to set the perimeters of my face, I'm going to use... Oh crap, which colour? That one looks a bit too orange. Maybe I'll go for this one, which is P5, as kind of like a bronzer. I know that it's a powder, but I just want to test it. Okay, that actually works really nicely as a bronzer colour for me, I think. And it's completely matte, so if you guys like a kind of matte bronzer, then maybe go for a darker shade in the Revolution powder, because that actually looks really nice. I don't think they've really released any new blushes recently. They did come out with some new highlighters and bronzers, which they announced like yesterday or something, but I don't have those, so unfortunately I can't test those. But for my blush, I'm just going to use my Ofra Rose blush, which is kind of just like my everyday blush. I go between this one and the Milani one. This one if I want a matte blush, and the Milani one if I want a bit of shimmer. Then I've also got these, which are the I Heart Revolution Unicorns Glow Liquid Highlighter Drops. I normally stay fully away from liquid highlighter, but since the L'Oreal Masterclass thing, if you guys didn't watch my video on that, go check it out, because I actually managed to make them work for me. So I think what I'm going to do is give these a go. They might not work, but we'll try. If it messes up my makeup, that will suck. And I'm gonna put a tiny bit on my hand, then just use my fingers and just like pick up a really small amount. Oh god, I'm terrified. And just put this on the high points of my cheek. Okay, I think I made it work. Oh crap, I got a bit under my eyes. Huh? Oh my gosh, you guys. Maybe 2019 is the year that I actually figure out how to make liquid highlighter work. You've just got to work with it like really, really quickly, and I find that using your fingers works the best. It's just that once they're dried, and then you can't really blend them out, which is what stresses me out. Ooh, they do look quite pretty. Does it have like a tiny bit of a pink shift, or is that just me? Okay, right, let's try with my nose. This is where it always goes wrong. Actually, wait, let's do my brow bone first. Oh crap, okay. I don't like putting liquid highlight on my nose because I find it messes up my makeup a bit more, but on my cheeks they actually, like, it worked fine. I'm just gonna take my, like, whatever's left on my highlighter brush from yesterday and put that on my nose instead. I have no idea what this highlighter is. What did I wear yesterday? Who knows? I think I did go a bit crazy with the blush, but oh well. I'm just gonna quickly go off camera and do my brows because I don't have any new brow products to test, but then I will come back and do my eyes, and I've got some new mini little eyeshadow palettes which look really nice, so I'm gonna test these. On my brows, I literally just used Benefit Gimme Brow in 3, and then just to fill in any gaps, I used the Precisely My Brow also in 3. Okay, so for my eyes, I've got some of these palettes, which are the I Heart Revolution makeup pigment palettes. They have different collections, so they've got the Dragon one, they've got Unicorn, they've got Angel, and then they've got Mermaid. So the Dragon one has got like these scales on it, which looks really cool. They've all got like a different kind of pattern print thing on them. I think these are like really nice looking travel friendly palettes, so let's test what the pigment is actually like. I don't think I'm going to use this because everyone will shout at me for doing another warm toned orangey bronze look, but if I just give these a swatch. Oh, okay, that's the matte orange. That's the matte burgundy. The middle one is a shimmer. Ooh, pretty. That's the golden shimmer there. These look really nice. I think I'm gonna do something pink today. Maybe using the Angel and Unicorn palettes. Just cause, you know, Valentine's Day is coming up. It's next week. Haven't done a pink look. I probably have done a pink look in a while. But I just fancy doing something pink. This is the Angel palette. It's got little love hearts in, with angel halo around them. I'm going to start with this colour here, which is like a mauvey purple matte. Okay, nicely pigmented. That was just from one dip. That was so close, it just slid off my leg. I really need to get some kind of studio setup and have a table in front of me because I just balance everything on my lap. These are £4. I just went onto the website to see how much they are because I was thinking like, I don't know, I thought maybe it'd be like £8, but they're £4, which is so cheap. So now that I've done that colour, I'm then going to go in with this one, which is a pink matte shade. And I'm just going to add that over the top. I'm then going to take... None of my brushes are clean. Love that for me. I'm then going to take this kind of deep purple matte shade. This is where things could go wrong because dark purples do not normally go that well. But I'm going to take some of that and just put it on my outer corner. And you know what? I think I'm going to put that on my inner corner as well. I haven't actually done my makeup properly, like eyeshadow, in ages. Oh my goodness, this is getting really dark. I'm then going to go back in with this pink shade. That was really like... And I'm just going to go over the edges of that to kind of blend it out a bit more. So far, I am pretty damn impressed considering these are only £4. For those of you that have been asking about the cut crease canvas, this is such a good eyeshadow base. Like just in general, I quite like using this just all over my eyelid as an eyeshadow primer because it's really, really full coverage. Wait, let me just swatch a bit on my hand. I have the shade Illustrate, which I think is the lightest one. It's a really full coverage eyeshadow base and eyeshadow sticks really nice to it, and you can use this to do a cut crease. The only thing I would suggest is that the wand gets a little bit messy. I don't know if you can see, so it has a little brush which is really good for doing a cut crease, but I do find that some of the kind of concealer product gets on my eyelashes, so what I'd recommend doing is trying to get off as much of that product as you can, maybe even like using a bit of kitchen towel or something to wipe the wand, because the wand does get quite messy and then it can get on your lashes. But overall, like if you want something that's gonna make a really nice cut crease, this is a really good eyeshadow primer slash kind of like full coverage cut crease product. I am going to use some of these, which are the Eye Glistens. Oh, I don't know which colour to go for. I'm kind of feeling this one because it's pink. These are basically like a liquid eyeshadow and one side just metallic and then the other side has got a glitter. Okay, so I'm going to go in with Yours Truly and I'm going to use the kind of metallic eyeshadow side first. And I'm just going to go in on the centre of my lid with this. You can kind of almost do a cut crease with these as well. But I'm then going to just take a brush and blend out the edges. So that's what it looks like just by itself. But then I'm going to go over the top with the glitter side, which is pretty much just like a liquid glitter. It's like glitter on a stick. I find it kind of works better if you like press it onto your eyelid rather than drag it too much, or just do like little small strokes so that it doesn't move around too much what's underneath. But oh, these are so pretty. So that's what the glitter looks like on my eyes, like combined with the foil underneath. So as you can see, I've pretty much managed to do like a cut crease just with that product alone. Will I get these even? Most likely not. So I'm going back to the Angel palette and I'm just going to take the same mauve shade and the pink that I used on my lid. Then on my inner corners, I'm going to take this kind of pink colour here. Oh god, too much. I did not mean to get that on my under eye. I'm now just going to go in with the Liner Revolution to do a winged liner, and then for my mascara I'm going to use the Mascara Revolution, which looks like this. I've used mine so much that the packaging is worn off. If you don't like clumpy lashes, you will not like it, but I love a clumpy lash, so. This eyeliner is also running out. It's probably because it exploded once when I was on the plane and like half of the ink like leaked into my makeup bag, which was fantastic. I always forget that glitter and eyeliner are not friends. Oh my god, I've been filming for so long that my camera battery is about to die. And then to go with the whole pink theme, I'm going to use my lipstick collaboration with Revolution in the shade Cake. And that is this look complete. I am actually gonna leave this foundation on until I take my makeup off. I'm gonna try and stay up as late as I possibly can so I can check in for you guys. And also as well, I'll probably test this foundation a couple of times over the next few weeks. So this is what everything looks like overall. That eyeshadow palette for £4 is actually beautiful. The foundation at this point has already been on for like an hour. It's very slightly starting to settle into my smile lines, but it's because I've been talking and smiling throughout this video. But I will check back in a few hours and we'll see how it holds up. Okay, so the time is 10:42 in the evening. So this has been on my face for like an hour, no, an hour, 5 hours and 10 minutes. To be honest, I am starting to look pretty oily. The eyeshadow has lasted really nicely, but my foundation is definitely starting to look shiny around my nose, a little bit on my forehead and kind of like on my cheek area, and a little bit on my chin as well. However, on my kind of like chin around my mouth area, it hasn't kind of like broken up and gone funny. It's just starting to look a little bit oily. A little bit of it has sunken into my smile lines, but I definitely think that me removing most of the product from my smile lines definitely helped, and I now do that with all of my foundations. I think maybe this foundation would be better if you had a normal skin type. Maybe it would also work for dry skin because it wasn't like fully matte, and it didn't seem to emphasize any dry patches. It was kind of like a semi-matte like I mentioned, but yeah, I am starting to look a little bit oily now. Let me just give you a close-up. Oh no, so I took my lipstick off and just put on some of my Lana Lips Strawberry Lip Balm. But yeah, this is what the foundation looks like. So it still looks pretty smooth like on my forehead and stuff, but you can see the areas around my nose where it started to get oily. I will check back in with you in probably about another 2 hours time. It's like 10:45, but I probably won't be speaking in it because my parents are going to go to bed soon and I don't want to wake them up. I think I'm also going to film my outro now just so that I've got it so that I can speak, and then my parents can go to bed and then I've got an outro. I'm gonna end this video here, but first I'm gonna answer a question of the day, which I'm really sorry I forgot to do in my previous video. Millie Moo said on my previous video, question of the day, are you planning on dyeing your hair again? I really want to go back to Samantha in London and get some more blonde put in my hair. I'd really like to go a more kind of like lighter, cool blonde, because I feel like at the moment my hair's kind of faded to this like, I don't know, just like dirty blonde, I guess, and that's kind of like my natural hair colour up here. So I definitely want to go and put some more blonde in it, and hopefully make it a bit lighter, maybe a bit more silvery. But in terms of like crazy colours, I don't think I'm going to do anything like crazy with it soon. Maybe in the summer I'll do some like fun colours or something, but for now I'm quite liking the blonde, but I just want to be blonder because it's getting really dark at the top. Anyway, I'm going to end this video here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. I'd love to know any of your comments down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!